Biafra, superstars, media.
Fellow Biafrans, I present to you the Deputy Prime Minister of Biafra, Her Excellency, Dr. Ngozi ORABUEZE, as she addresses those individuals that say they are taking Biafra to court. Those who say they are putting a claim of $1.7 million against the Biafran government and the cabinet of USB. Fellow Biafrans, at the end of the broadcast or message from our Deputy Prime Minister, I will have a word or two for the one they call Elias Garasolis, Dabiri, and Oge Nkere, because this madness has to end. But without any much further ado, I present to you all the Deputy Prime Minister of Biafra, Her Excellency, Dr. Ngozi ORABUEZE. Thank you.
You mention her name and then she appears. She is on a special duty and then she's managed to come out here to open it. We are very pleased to you. Agumwani, take it over. You're welcome.
All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Biafrans. Is my voice coming out?
Yes, you are. You are.
All right, great. Thank you, everyone. As you can see, I'm out of town and I'm very, very busy in an event, but I have to run out to briefly talk to you all before I run back. So again, my name is Dr. ORABUEZE, the Deputy Prime Minister, Chief of Staff to the United States of Biafra, Brigade, and the de facto government. I thank and welcome all of you to this fundraising today. As usual, we are going to do what we know best, which is to continue to support this government, the government that all of us are building, the government that has withstood the test of time, the government that is focused on what our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, and our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, has initiated and what they've been going through. That is our focus. We do not want to be distracted by those who are paid by the Nigerian state to stop the full restoration of the United States of Biafra. We do not want them to disturb us. We do not want them to distract us. We are very, very focused on what we are doing. The restoration and final protection of the United States of Biafra is a collective task for all of us here, not just for me. It is a collective task, and we are all doing our best in our different ways to ensure that the Nigerian state leaves every environment in the United States of Biafra. That is our task. Our declaration has been done. November 29, 2024 in Lahti, Finland. The United States of Biafra is a sovereign state. We've met all the criteria, and we are protecting our land. I want to use this opportunity to remember our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, who is currently in the DSS dungeon. We want him to be steadfast, to be strong. Nothing can deter us. We are fully on course. Nothing can move us. I also want to use this opportunity to remember our Prime Minister, His Excellency Simon Ekpa, whose trial is ongoing in Finland court at this point. All of us are fully aware of the last appearance when the case started. Finland has nothing against our Prime Minister. They know that our Prime Minister is fighting for the restoration of the United States of Biafra to defend his people. He's a freedom fighter. Our leader Nnamdi Kanu is a freedom fighter. They've not committed any crime. The same thing Finland did to be a free nation. The same thing America went through to be a free nation. That is exactly what our leader Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa is doing. And that is what all of us that are gathered here are doing. Nothing can stop that. So we want to use this opportunity to remember and thank both of them to be steadfast. They should not be moved because this game is already concluded. We cannot continue to live in a country that reintegrates and rehabilitates non-terrorists that kill indigenous Nigerians and indigenous Biafrans, take over their lands, push them to IDP camps, kill Christians in their numbers. Biafra can never, ever live in the same environment with these people. I'm calling on the Nigerian state to withdraw every of their military and police in Biafra land at this moment. They must leave Biafra land because we are a sovereign state. We are a sovereign nation. Currently, Nigeria is occupying a foreign land. We've written to them peacefully to leave. We want them to leave. We encourage them to leave Biafra land. We will make them leave Biafra land. I want to remember all our Biafra Liberation Army, the Biafra Defense Forces, the police, which is in the making, that are working day and night to ensure that our land is protected. I thank them for their activities during our Memorial Day event, where many of them marched to lay wreath on the tombs of our fallen heroes. Do not be moved. Be steadfast. Self-protection. We must defend our land. Defense is our right. Self-determination is our right. Do not wait for the Nigerian reintegrated terrorists recruited by Tinubu and Christopher Musa, gave them military and police uniform and AK-47. Do not wait for them to come and kill you. Do not wait for them to come and kill you, because they will kill us. We have the records. I have the names of innocent Biafrans. These criminals have been killing in our land. Any Nigerian police, military, security in Biafra land today, in the 40 state of Biafra today, is a terrorist, is an enemy. They must leave our land. If we don't make them leave, they will continue to kill us. So I thank the Biafra Liberation Army and the Biafra Defense Forces in the 40 states of Biafra for what they do to continue to protect our land. God will continue to guide you, and we Biafrans, we will continue to do our best to ensure that you have all the resources you need to ensure that we defend our land. It is our right to defend our land and defend our people. Thank you so much for what you do. I thank all the cabinet members. I thank all the secretaries. I thank all the 40 state governors and their executives. I thank all the stakeholders, all the mission heads. I thank all those that were in Washington, D.C. on May 30th to open our mission, our embassy. Thank you so much. We thank those that work behind the scene every day to ensure things like our constitution is on our Amazon. Victor Leone, thank you so much for your work. And Sister Dominico Leone too. Thank you all so much. I can thank you all. Ada, I thank you, our Foreign Affairs Director, and your committee for what you did to ensure that our Washington, D.C. embassy was opened successfully. I thank all the Biafrans that traveled from different places to be in D.C. to ensure and let the world know that the United States of Biafra is a sovereign state. Nothing can stop us. Nothing. Those errors in the past where the Nigerian state uses Biafrans against Biafrans can never happen again. Not in Biafra land. We already know their tricks. We already know what they do. So some of the things that we see today are expected. If these things does not happen, it will be difficult for us to really create one of the best countries in the world. So some of us are very, very happy. Many Biafrans are very, very happy. When you see repeated events occurring, we already know where it's coming from. And they're already dead on arrival. Biafrans do not be moved at all. With all the tricks, all the shenanigans that are being played out by these criminals, using foreigners to attack us, using foreigners to pretend that they wanted Biafra. A foreigner like that crazy, stupid Elias can never, ever be more Biafran than you and I. These are paid agents of the Nigerian state with the one called Dabiri to disrupt what we are doing. And I promise them, even though our prime minister is not out, I am here to play the role that Simon EKPA is playing. If the prime minister was here, these criminals with Oge Nkere, Sonia Akparawa, Elias, Dabiri, they can never do what they're doing. They do not have the balls. They can't do that. But you know what? Biafrans are here to stop them. We will stop them on their tracks. Nothing is going to move us. So again, Biafran, do not be moved by those irrelevant court or no court. Those are things they do to distract us. But we can never be moved. Nothing can stop us. So I thank you all so much. Our Finance Secretary, FAMD, I know you're under the weather and I wish you a quick recovery, and all the cabinet members that are here to move this event forward as we progress today. I want to thank you all for what you do. I want you all to continue to donate. All we need is the money. Most of you have seen. You are seeing where our money is going. We will continue to protect our land. We will continue to develop the best military in the world. We will continue to build the best military in the world. Nigeria must leave Biafra land. And I hear the one defense, Nigeria, our sister nation, Defense Chief Christopher Musa, saying something to the effect he's going to build a wall. I want to use this opportunity to tell him, to warn him, to ensure that whatever wall he's talking about moves from the north to the west, maybe around to his region. Let him not ever tamper to do anything within the geographical location of the 40 states of the United States of Biafra. Again, I want to thank everyone. Nigeria continue to kill my people, kill our brothers and sisters, burn our homes, invade the farms of our mothers and fathers, rape our women. Any Nigeria in Biafra territory as we speak is a terrorist. He's an illegal person. He's not wanted. And I'm telling them to leave. They must leave, or we will make them leave. On that note, Biafrans, I'm going to stop here. I thank you all so much, and I declare this fundraising open. Thank you so much, everyone, and I'm going to run back.
There you have it, my people. There you have it, fellow Biafrans. You've heard from our Deputy Prime Minister, Her Excellency Dr. Ngozi ORABUEZE. Today, right now, this hour, I want to call out on the man they call Mr. Oge Nkere. Oge Nkere did talk to my money about this stuff. In this Biafra movement towards the liberation of the people of Biafra, nobody has taken anyone to court. Ojukwu was here, he did his thing. He passed on the baton to Philip Effiong. And in his absence, Philip Effiong chose to step down. Ojukwu did not take him to court for doing what he did towards, the agreement of no victor, no vanquish. Again, in the days of Wazurike came and tried to propagate the movement for Biafra. Again, Ojukwu did not take Wazurike to court for doing what he did. From Wazurike came our leader, Oyendo Mazenam Kano, a man who was a member of MASOB. He was a member of MASOB. But when the time was right, our leader, Mazenam Kano, decided to push the movement to a higher level. He left MASOB and IPOB was born. Again, Ralph Wazurike did not take Nnamdi Kanu to court. Nothing like that was done because he understands when you look at the bigger picture, he is fighting for the liberation of the people. From Nnamdi Kanu came his most beloved disciple, His Excellency Mazi Simon Ekpa. At the time when Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, sold by those he loved, those he trusted, those that he entrusted to carry on with the movement. When they sold him out, his most beloved disciple, Mazi Simon Ekpa, was tagged IPOB autopilot. And from there, we embraced the name IPOB autopilot, of which there was a shoot to Briggy, and from Briggy, we saw one of the last meetings held by Simon Ekpa, where he said he was commissioning a four-man committee with a special assignment that after the redeclaration of Biafra on the 29th of May, 2024, we shall move into USB. And this four-man committee, they had an assignment to change the structure of the government and the cabinet. That assignment was carried out, and today in the USB, we now have Dr. Ngozi ORABUEZE as our Deputy Prime Minister and the rest. Oge Nkere, in the absence of Mazi Simon Ekpa, you have chosen to take the Biafra struggle to court. You've allowed those you call lobbyists, foreigners amongst us. You've allowed the influence of the white man. You've allowed them to cajole you, to bamboozle you with lies. A people that don't care about our movement, they don't give two monkeys about our movement. Because you are paying them $10,000 every month as legal fees. You have allowed them to force your hands into taking this movement to the white man's court in America. Oge Nkere, I wish you to understand what you are doing is wrong. It is dangerous for the movement. It is very, very dangerous that you of all people is doing this. Hence, from the beginning, I said we need those who have the expertise, the qualification, the education, the technical know-how, the capability, the ability, the will to rule the people. We only want them to be at the helm of affairs because they have the intellect to understand that whatever is happening in this movement, you don't allow the white man to influence you to take Biafra to court. I understand you are struggling with fundings or the donations every weekend, because right now the Biafrans, we are largely with the USB, and your so-called brigade is now struggling. I understand that. But that doesn't mean you will take Biafra to court. Mr. Oge Nkere, you've been warned. We are calling upon you to be careful. Tread carefully. Because everybody's angry with you. Even Simon Ekpa, when he comes out from his so-called detention in Finland, will not be happy with you. Lastly, I want to speak to the one they call Elias Garasulis and Mr. Dabiri. Elias, when you joined this movement, you told us from your own mouth, and I quote, you said you were browsing the internet. We didn't ask for you. We, the Biafrans, we did not seek your service. You came looking for us. You were browsing, fishing, searching for a job as a lobbyist. You claim you checked the internet, you were browsing, and you saw the Biafra Republic government in exile, and you asked yourself, when did IPOB become a government in exile? Those were your exact words, Mr. Elias Garasolis. You came looking for us. We didn't come in search of you. That alone is a red flag, if you ask me. It is a red flag. Because when somebody did not ask for your service, you are coming to render a service, it means you've got a keen interest or a selfish interest in doing what you did. Somehow your email got to our Prime Minister, and according to you, our Prime Minister was the one that responded to you. But today, in the absence of Simon Ekpa, you have gone beyond the scope of the contract that we gave to you. Today, while our Prime Minister is in detention, you have chosen to take his chief of staff, the one he told to be his surrogate, the one he ordered to protect the mandate, the one he assigned to protect the mandate. You have gone beyond your scope to now take her. You are now taking Dr. Ngozi ORABUEZE along with all the cabinet members in USB to court. Mr. Elias and Mr. Dabiri, your job scope was to be our eyes in Washington. Your job role was to be the one influencing the US government for them to have a keen interest in Biafra. Your scope and limitation in the contract we offered you back then was in Washington. Not to come and educate us about the history about Biafra. That's not your job role. Nobody gave you that contract to come and educate us about Biafra. And also, what you are doing now, taking the government of Biafra to court, is beyond your scope. You have no right doing it. You are a foreigner. You are not a Biafran. You are not more Biafran than us. You have no right doing what you are doing, Mr. Elias Garasolis. So we are telling you that we know the game you're playing. Your interest is the $10,000 I presume Mr. Oge Nkere is paying you. Your interest is to make sure that monthly payment hits your bank account every month. Hence, you are going for the kill. Hence, now you are going for the jugular. Hence, now you are taking a country to court. You are taking a newly declared country to court. Just 2 weeks ago, you said Biafra is not yet a nation. You said USB is not a country, even though now we have 40 states and 40 governors. But you claim we are not a nation. Elias, you are not in a position to speak that way for us, because that's not the contract we gave to you in the first place. So, fellow Biafrans, I want you to understand that in the time of Oge Nkere is when this so-called lawsuit of the Biafrans is taking place. Let that sink into your mind. Even the ones we call DOS, even the ones we call IPOB Nigeria Limited, they won't even fathom doing what this guy is doing. Now you understand why I said anybody who has to be in the Home of Affairs must have the educational background, the technical know-how, ability, capability, integrity to do the job that is meant for him to do. But in the case of Oge Nkere, it is clear that this man doesn't understand what he's doing. He's allowing the white man to influence him to take a newly declared country to court. in order to sabotage Biafra and to destroy the good works of His Excellency, Mazi Simon Ekpa. What Nigeria could not succeed to do, today, the white man who said he was browsing the internet and he found us on the internet, he is now succeeding or trying to succeed in doing what Nigeria could not do. A man who said he was on the internet, browsing the internet, and he saw us. Today now he's saying he's taking us to court. Biafrans, let that sink in. Let that sink in. I rest my case. For those that have ears, let them hear. For those that have ears, let them hear.
My message goes to some of you who have collected money to stop Simon Ekpa. Utale na-abịa n'azụ gị. Ọ bụrụkwa mụ na-apịa. Ọ bụrụkwa mụ na-apịa. Ọ bụrụkwa mụ na-apịa. Ọkwa Chineke na-apịa. Ọwụọ gị ya n'azụ. Ọ bụrụkwa mụ na-apịa. Ọ bụrụ mụ na-apịa. Ana m apịa ka ụtalị a. Ụtalị a na-agaghị apịa unu kịta. Ọ bụrụ mụ na-apịa. Ndị nnatala ego to sell Simon Ekpa. Ụtalị na-abịa. Ọ bụrụ mụ na-apịa. Makana a lot of you respect it. A lot of you ụtara ahụbago gị n'azụ. Ọ bụrụkwa mụ na-apịa. Biko apịa gị ya ịkpọba Chukwu. Okay? Kpọba Jizọs. Kpọba Chineke ndị Biafra. Na ọ bụrụ mụ na-apịa. Ọ bụrụ mụ na-apịa. Kpọzba Simon Ekpa biko. Ọ bụrụ mụ na-apịa.
Biafra must be restored, for there is nothing the enemies can do about it. You brought Biafra that light may come into Africa. You gave us hope because we are in a continent of hopelessness. And by thy grace, Biafra shall be restored. We shall be resurrected. We shall crown our efforts with glory by the grace of the Most High Himself. We are not strong. We do not pretend to be strong. All we do is to submit ourselves to your will, that your will may be done upon our lives. We have lost many people. We have lost so many good people. Their sacrifice will never be forgotten. We shall honor them, and for their sake Biafra will come. Because we are wandering all over the world, hoping against every hope that things will turn around for the better. It has never turned around for the better. Instead, it is getting worse. Please do not abandon your children. You have given us a commission, and we must accomplish it in our lifetime. Our enemies are equally important because they must listen. Those who do not love the truth must listen. Those who are beholden to darkness, they must also listen. For we are here to bring light upon a very darkened continent without Biafra. Africa is nothing without Biafra. There is no difference between a black man and a wild animal in the forest. We say with every ounce of conviction. I welcome each and every one of you. If you're joining us for the very first time, this is Radio Biafra. This is how we do it. We magnify the name of the Most High before we do anything. That is why we are exceptionally formidable. That is why